Well, already opening things up. It'll be 100 Thieves on offense and ANDBOX on defense to start us off here. And it's a stack towards A, well, at least for Showers right now, for 100 Thieves and specifically Nitro, but it's actually Asuna at the front of the pile.
Oh my god, I thought he was going to get hit.
Asuna will deal with that handedly. Still up to Mata here, trying to back off, using that nade. So far, so good from them. It seems like ANDBOX, a lot of information as to what 100 Thieves are doing. Mata with a heck of a play to try and get across to U-Haul, and he makes it work, avoiding the wall and avoiding getting locked out in what soon could be a terrible situation. But now it's 100 Thieves who get aggressive onto site. They take down one, and they have the spike plant.
Default plant works its way onto the ground here.
Well,
Members of ANDBOX trying to work their way
mind.
back in. They do have a pinch against the Showers position here, but Nitro going to be able to find another kill before finally more impact is made on ANDBOX's side. The player that went down for ANDBOX was the other side of that Showers pinch, so no longer is it going to be strong. Seb, the only kill to come from out from the ANDBOX roster in a while here, is now going to put himself into a 1v2. There's the tag to bring out Hiko, and it works. He even gets the info on Nitro as well, so going to be able to isolate this into the 1v1. He has the turret to assist on info, but now time's getting low. He needs to get aggressive, swing it up. That's a lot of damage going on to him, but he reverses it anyway. Shuts down Nitro. The only question left is if he has enough time, and I think he might have just enough. It's going to be so close here for Seb, but yes, indeed, he does get it in time. And ANDBOX with 0.78 seconds left on that spike, pick up the pistol.
Well, that's a way to start Bind after what we were just witnessing before. ANDBOX stand up against 100 Thieves after a fantastic plant, able to work their way onto site in excellent fashion, just very explosive. That was really it. After that, though, it was
he fucking headshot him too. That sucks. He like headshot him through the wall.
He's still able to clutch things out. That bullet punch just too harsh for Nitro when he did get dinked, so not able to keep that lined up and find that saving bullet. Could have changed that round up for the better if you're 100 Thieves, but now it's 100 Thieves onto Economy. Have to see what they can possibly do here, looking for these frags, and ANDBOX, to be expected, full Spectre buy.
The aggressive second round investment coming out from them. We've seen 100 Thieves take a lighter touch when it comes to that one, sometimes not fully investing into it, but ANDBOX are of the opposite camp, saying, nah, we're going to spend all of our money here to really shut you guys down. And so far, that's working out pretty well here.
Nice.
Seb
Clean
dominating
eco,
on
clean
the inside
eco.
of Hookah. Boy, similarly coming in for the assist there to take down Hiko to make sure Vice would be able to stay alive, Seb as well.
Not clean.
There. Steel will at least get some revenge. He'll take down Mata. He's trying his best to work it here with the pistol, but getting pushed, getting pinched, and unfortunately getting killed.
Clean.
Boy will take him down. ANDBOX will quickly secure that second round, only losing Mata in the process.
And not too big of a deal there for ANDBOX. And I mean, they were 100 Thieves able to get a frag, but really, what does that mean in the grand scheme of economies, right? They're going to be able to at least limit someone's possible buy, but let's see exactly what can go on with that. Mata actually going to
How many
go
new
for the
pro
Sheriff.
players are cheating?
Everyone else.
That's a great question. Probably not many in this game.
With that money, make their way up towards those rifles. I've been seeing a lot of different cool buys come in on that second round recently as well. Haven't seen anyone do it just yet inside of this series, but we've been seeing some cool things come in from certain squads, like an Ares coming in every once in a while, or even a rifle with a light armor. But this round now popping off already, is we already have a trade go back and forth. That's Mata for Steel.
Yeah, A-Shore takes direct contact between those two players, and they'll trade each other out, both going down out of that scenario there. Nitro and the rest of 100 Thieves, though, ready to move in very, very quickly through the garden route over here at B main. They'll walk their way in. Seb, ready for the challenge potentially, but Paranoia is going to completely blind him out. We'll see the Nanoswarm work its way in, taking slight amounts of chip damage there. Won't matter much as he gets himself into the engagement. Is he still able to line up the 1-for-1? Ethan on the repeat, though, finds Ye also. Some more big moves coming out here from 100 Thieves to make sure they're able to assert their dominance. Control that site. Plant gonna go working its way onto the ground here. Vice and Boy trying to aggressively
This is a really good
retake,
bonus.
though.
Holy shit. Oh, he almost got it. He almost got it.
They don't care about the normal rules of engagement. They don't want to wait for the right time. They
Vice
want to
needed
get
to
in
help
the
him, man.
face of the 100 Thieves roster and try to shut them down.
He needed to get in there.
I
know he was kind of
100 Thieves able to
stuck,
easily counter
but
that one. And
should have
get a
went in
very
with him.
important first round on the board.
It's a bummer.
And
It felt like
this
they
is
made
the
individual
round
plays,
right
but if they
here.
played
Let's
together,
see what
they would have won the round.
possibly get done. It's going to be full rifles for both squads, but we believe we could have a possible light armor going down onto Vice. We'll have to see exactly what happens with that. Yes, actually, indeed, it is going to be a light armor here for Vice. That's a really, really big deal. Obviously, on Breach, he'll have to buy most of the utility to try and be supportive of his squad, so he'll have to favor that instead, trying to stack up on anything else. If that comes back to bite him later on, but definitely going to want that utility to try and fight these 100 Thieves members.
Mata potentially going to be first up to bat here on the inside of Showers. Takes down the Boombot, and in the process is going to swing right after that. Flash just not hitting him in the way that it needed to. So Mata will be able to work his way forward. The showstopper as well, and let's try to get a third. Maybe not. Eco will be able to finally deal with this volley, and at the same time, Steel works his way out through a short onto the site. Going to see the info work its way out here as well, revealing Ye, putting him into a delicate position potentially, but he's able to keep himself solid here, hiding behind decent cover. Swing works his way out from Ethan. The Aldrone's going to reconfirm the position of Ye, and now he's got to be careful. The Hunter's Fury locking him into that corner. There's nothing he can do except bow down to Hiko as he's taken out by that ult. Zeb trying to lurk back in here. Really not far behind either. He's waiting back over in the vent, trying to play from there. Zeb with the first contact, though, finds the engagement. Gets a dink on to Hiko as well, so he'll be low after that engagement. Has to try and work his way in, but no, Hiko
why are you shooting the
has the
freaking camera?
Takes him down.
Come on,
Gets
boy.
his 4th kill on the round.
I like that his name's Boy.
Overall round in the game.
What a round from both of these teams. 100 Thieves try to force their way inside of A, Showers, but it doesn't work in their favor at all. Immediate breach flash through the wall able to take them down, but immediately after, 100 Thieves, instead of just trying to back off and go for a B rotation or something along those lines, what do? Well, they actually force up shorts, and it works out in spades. I mean, we see a beautiful shot come through for Ethan. They take full site control and get the spike down whilst also gaining man advantage. That's not something you see every day, especially when a raise pops off like what we saw from Mata. But now, it seems like we're back into the action already. The shower contention coming through for both squads.
Nebula down on the ground there, so the members of 100 Thieves not able to do anything about that early aggression from ANDBOX as they work their way in. I mentioned the recon going on, and obviously Mata took some heat as a result of that, but didn't want to go all the way in through the Nebula. Now we're starting to see pressure from 100 Thieves quickly work its way to the inside of Fuka. Boy, potentially
come on, man.
Challenge, but that's a lot of damage going on to him. Tries to pick up a kill before going down, but not going to happen.
He took a shot when he was blind.
Running over this
he had plenty of time to wait
on the eco from ANDBOX. Seb, the only player left alive. They're even going to revive Nitro. That gets wasted though, and Seb even gets himself a second before going down. Ultimately, however, 100 Thieves still control the round. Now take a very important lead here at 3-2.
That's going to be a touch painful here for 100 Thieves. They'll still be able to buy, but Ethan simply eco-resing there, just trying to get Nitro back a gun so they wouldn't have to rebuy at that point in time. And they would have had fat economy if that would have been able to happen. But Seb, just too good in that moment, able to take down both of them. And 100 Thieves not able to assist quickly enough from inside Hookah. But that's going to be that. We're down to rifles once again here, and ANDBOX have a chance to get around.
ANDBOX looking to reassert the lead that they got for themselves early on with a pistol win and the follow-up anti-eco going into their favor. Took control there, but unfortunately have lost it since. 100 Thieves winning out ever since they've been able to afford their buys. Boy, trying to hold himself off here at a short. We are going to see the wall work its way up, but he's able to still have himself an angle to work with here. Due to the fact the wall clips slightly onto that box, and that portion gets taken out as a result here. That attempt still going down. Boy tries to make a play, but he's countered out. Meanwhile, Fox able to hold their flank here, so either kill the flank watch, open up a flank opportunity for themselves to play back in from A short.
We'll spike down now. EBX needs something to go well for him here, as there has not been a single light at the end of the tunnel. Finally, Seb with something, but it could possibly be a train. Watch yourselves inside of these tight corridors. As we get hit by anything. Finally, we see the Killjoy ult come out, and it's for ANDBOX here. Defensive one, but Asuna steps up to the plate with a big swing. Takes down two. Showstopper as well. Can it get a third? No, it can't.
Somebody definitely told him. You have all. You have all. 100% somebody told him.
Here. Is he able to get it?
Holy.
It out. 0.09. 0.09.
Wow.
That doesn't happen. That's 2 inside of 1 game.
And 2 out of 3 of these rounds won by ANDBOX were won on a defuse, and both of them had less than 1 second on the clock for the defuse as well. ANDBOX having some absolutely insane timing here to just barely clutch out these rounds, and for 100 Thieves, some unfortunate misluck trying to win these rounds out there. And just battling their way back into it.
If he kept his rifle out, I think he would have won the round.
Of the ANDBOX roster to shut
but it was so close, so it didn't really like.
And battle back.
How can you predict a .09?
Looking to take control up until just that last round.
That's got to be a breaker right there for them. Obviously, probably not for 100 Thieves. All of these players have been around the block quite a few times, but that's definitely one of those mental things. Just, come on, man, we can't get one. We've delayed for so long. Just as a show here, well, actually, no, as soon as I say that, already some action inside of the A site as we have Asuna already inside of heaven as ANDBOX try to work their way back in. It's a plant yet again, and they're waiting for the retake.
ANDBOX trying to play this off site, but the position of Asuna gonna come back to bite them. In the meantime, Ethan as well catching a surprise kill on Boy, I believe towards Lamp.
Oh, no.
So Asuna having to go back.
Oh no, Nitro!
Actually making quite the effort to work their way back in though.
He's shooting like it's CS.
Control that 100 Thieves had leading up to their plant. They're still very much in this, but Ethan, he's a rock here, sitting on the outside of the lamps, and he can't be stopped. Vice to cause problems here. The fault line working its way in. Still stun out the player sitting
Banger.
in lamps. Hiko can't do anything to stop
Bangers.
Ethan, some unfortunate timing as he
Holy,
looks away
these
just as
retakes.
Vice goes for the entry through the door.
It sucks that
This is gonna be
Nitro
another
missed
close
2 important
defuse here
kills
for
that would have won
ANDBOX.
them the
Pretty
round.
sure they've got this one this time. There'll be a lot more time.
To be fair, a lot of people have
3.7
on 100
seconds
Thieves.
this time. Much
They just lost
safer,
gunfights.
More importantly, much more in
The
the
reason they're
lead as
losing
they
these rounds is
actually
they've
have
just
it now.
lost their
4-3.
individual duels.
Just to show y'all what
Sucks,
the
but it
difference
happens.
is between a round where the diffuser goes off at the very last second and something where you have 3 seconds. The average human reaction time is 0.23 seconds. So when you see things with like 0.78 and stuff like that, that's actually just like insane. It's such a close margin to actually exploding. It's practically impossible. But 100 Thieves run it back onto A here. I mean, that's some crazy stuff. They immediately go
Not
for the
so
plant,
sure
and
how
then
that
they
has to
go
do
for
with reaction
a very,
time.
very similar play,
But,
able to get the spike down the exact same
you know,
location. But this
that's
time
okay.
around, ANDBOX don't try to go for the early aggression. Instead, waiting, biding their time, and go for the retake. And it goes off with flying colors. 100 Thieves not able to get the frags early on necessary. And now onto the save round for them. They're able to get one, but Mata immediately refrags.
Great weighted aggression working its way out into the B mid here. The problem is they're being flanked, but I'm not sure if they've caught it just as of yet here. The push already working its way out garden onto the site. Oh no, here's another problem. Steel making some big impact here. He's going to throw the cage out to allow him to escape and
they're
wrap
gonna lose
back
this
around.
round,
They
I
know
think.
the garden route is clear for the taking. Nitro's already got dark cover down on Hookah, so there's not going to be an immediate retake for Mata and Vice. They have to wait this one out.
They
Potentially try
caught
to
him on the
counterflank
cross.
players working their way over towards Long out onto the site now. And as well, the only other player they're going to have in this engagement is still way over on A, waiting for a call to jump in the portal. So this is going to be a potentially very one-dimensional retake from ANDBOX here. And that can cause some serious problems considering they're going to have the dark cover capability. That's going to get
no.
down.
Oh, no.
To hop out of it with blast back.
Oh, no.
Nitro! To try and confirm this, but Mata
Nice, good
making
recovery.
impact up until he gets behind the box, that is. Finally going down to Ethan. Info working its way out here as well. They're going to be able to act on that, but no. Steel taking down Boy, leaving it all on Vice here. Vice
Yo,
with a
ANDBOX,
great
what are you guys
transfer,
doing?
But unable to take down
Holy.
Ethan. Just too consistent here from him as he prevents.
That's
what is
crazy.
an absolutely incredible clutch. And more importantly, solidifies another tie point for 100 Thieves.
Ooh, that flashpoint right there was so scary for 100 Thieves. Beautiful, beautiful stuff from Vice, but just cannot
They had
get
that
it
round
done.
one.
Too many targets inside of that
And then they
area.
didn't
And
know-
what a round
they didn't know
for
what to
100
do.
Thieves right there.
They literally
Turning
didn't know what to do.
Eco into something magical, especially with the
pretty
ult
standard
game
if you have
coming
so much
through. Able to
control
lock
through
down
Hookah
the
that
plant
people are gonna
for
go
an
long,
even longer
but they just didn't
period
think
of
that was a
time, as well as
possibility,
finding
I
those
guess.
earlier frags to actually get some proper firepower. Steel picking
I don't
up that
know. That was
rifle and making it work. 100 Thieves really bringing it to ANDBOX right now, and it seems like Bind is going to be a lot more back and forth.
Mata, some good tail timing here. Should
That was
make
good.
impact. Asuna trying to get to the other side of it, but only ends up splitting him off from Hiko. Hiko's sitting behind a Nebula as well, but that's going to get pulled away here. Mata really chasing Hiko down. You're not getting
Dude,
away,
Mata
my friend.
is owning.
As Mata picks up the showstopper kill, bringing it down to just 3 here for 100 Thieves. But they make
No,
impact.
don't die.
They make their mark.
Don't
known
die.
in
You can't
Garden.
die.
That's going to really pinch Ye, forcing him to stay on the inside of Hookah
Nice.
here. He will get a rotate from Mata,
All right.
and it doesn't look like the other player that was out
Yeah,
at
he's
mid
probably gonna ult.
400 Thieves is going to try and rotate back in and pinch on
Never
that.
mind.
He's
Oh, there
going
it
to play
is.
in the
He's
site
dead.
here.
Oh, he missed.
He's got to be careful. There's already a lot of pressure working its way onto them. Paint shells reignited from Mata there. He's able to fully get a kill this time with it. But Ethan, again, the important player here, still picking up the trade. Steel falls on the site, and now it's all down to Ethan from the elbow here. Diffuse already well in effect from Mata. Third player actually isolated out. Doesn't have a great angle onto elbow here. He's going to pick up the kill, but unfortunately still way too much time wasted on trying to get out in the open. There are way too many unknowns for Ethan to play off of. So the Diffuse is well taken care of before he even is able to fully swing from elbow.
Very hard round there for 100 Thieves. Didn't have the manpower on site to keep ANDBOX away. Didn't really have control of the back areas as well, especially over towards Hookah.
He's just
and that's
running.
really what ended up biting them. Got some nice frags early on with Ethan, and he had control of elbow, but that didn't really translate into all too much. But still, great offense there from 100 Thieves, able to get that spike
Dude,
down.
both their
So
money, like
we'll
both
see what they
sides
try
have
and set up
such
for this
low
time
cash
around, as
money.
it's going to be quite a weird round indeed. Steel and Ethan, both with Vandals, but we have a Frenzy, Ghost, and Classic setup for Asuna, Hiko, and Nitro. This could be a pretty crazy one. Ye's popping us off right now, though, so we already have the early engagement, and it's going to go ANDBOX's way. The second one as well is Boys manning Garden. He
That
takes down
that
one, looking for the second.
vulnerability
Ethan
on that
swings
first
wide,
kill.
and that slots in nicely as well. Could have seen the barrel there for just a second. Does he have the read on Nitro? Oh no. Such a poor time.
They needed that
Kelly,
flawless.
And Nitro tries to work his way out of Garden, but immediately gets caught off guard. ANDBOX with a very
They should be
quick
chilling.
round
They
tech.
should be able to have enough money even if they
Putting
lose, so
themselves in
that's
a good
good.
Position here, 6-4 overall inside.
I
of
would
the
say if
half.
they
Definitely
lost too
making
many
their
guns,
mark
it
when
actually
inside
could have
of the
been
early round,
rough,
which
but
was that problem
I
we
think
were
they'll be
talking
good
about back on Ascent
for
that
these
they were
last two.
struggling with. They were kind of being forced into the play style that 100 Thieves wanted them to play. This time, they're dictating the pace. They're forcing 100 Thieves into their own game, and it's definitely showing results here.
Even if they lost like
Much
2
so,
or
it's still gonna
3
be the question. We got
members,
2
they
rounds
would have
left.
been
Possibility
very
for ANDBOX is
screwed
solidifying.
money-wise.
8-4 half, still very much alive and in the cards, but 100 Thieves
Why do you
know
guys
that as
keep
well,
saying
and they're not gonna be too happy
25K?
if that's
What
the
was
result. So
25K? What
they
does that
have
mean?
for the revenge
25K
plan
what?
on round number 11.
Well, Ye, forward contact. Oh, gets a lot of information on that spike. Asuna picked that up as well when he crossed. And Ye, such a strong position, almost with a quad, but gets a triple instead. Still lights out when it comes to shutting down this push. 100 Thieves now with only Hiko and Asuna, but they're still going to give it a shot. Asuna walks in, he claims Boy's life for his own, and slams this spike down.
Nitro's salary.
Waiting for the contact. He's potentially going to get it very quickly.
Wait, what?
But the showstopper denied.
How would you
by
guys
the
know his
doppelganger.
salary?
Mata
What?
taking him down and leaving it all onto Hiko here in a post plant. 1v3 does have both dark types if he wants to try and play off of that here, but no, he wants the contact instead, and that'll be a mistake. Vice takes him down. ANDBOX secure a 7th and are now well in the lead for the half, with one opportunity to really push that envelope as the final round of the half is coming up right here.
So 100 Thieves finally running into some problems with the early aggression from ANDBOX. This time around it being Ye inside of sand. And what a play from him. I'm assuming that's exactly what we're going to see here. I mean, this was just read so well by them. Able to, as
realistically,
how was it leaked?
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. Yeah, almost the quad kill there if the spray pattern favored him, but just was not there for him. But still,
Tenz's girlfriend.
I mean, it was a nice attempt there from 100 Thieves, but
how would Tenz's girlfriend know that?
Starting to hit their mark.
You guys even
and
think?
They just can't seem to find
Tell me how
the
she would
early
know
info
that.
they need
She
on what
wouldn't.
ANDBOX is doing.
You guys believe that? You kidding me?
Oh, ANDBOX going to keep up the aggression. No need to slow it down, especially when they have these constant nebulas being sent out pretty much immediately at the beginning of every round. They want to try and take that contact on the inside of showers. Asuna and the rest of 100 Thieves are used to this by now, so it's business as usual for them as they'll owl drone their way to the inside of that. Paint Shells is going to hold back the immediate take. At the same time, they're leaving themselves open for a short push here.
God, you guys are gullible.
Holy, Mata, but it's gonna get
that's
sent
crazy.
Out. Deal decent damage to Asuna from the looks of things. Fails to kill him, though. In the meantime, Ye, partial rotate from him to get off that Hunter's Fury, trying to punish the pressure working its way out from 100 Thieves onto a short. It'll work. It's going to force 100 Thieves back. Most of their push now being centered on the B take, but even that's going to get scouted early by Steel here, or excuse me, as Steel will get scouted out by Ye. And whether the team's going to react to that or not is still yet to be seen. Only Steel has been spotted. Only one player seen, so no call is going to come in until this utility is used.
Somebody said Tenz doesn't even know his own contract.
Problem is, though, we're in an even
How would he know Nitro?
Sight control. Great paranoia timing coming out.
I'm
here
sorry,
as well.
that was really funny.
Blind out Mata, guaranteeing the kill.
That was
for
really
Asuna.
good.
Trade works its way in. Steel will get rezzed back up here as the chaos.
He accidentally TP'd because of his ult pushing him back. That's crazy.
Considered here.
His ult pushed him back and he TP'd because of it.
Treacherous now, but actually, seems as though
excuse me, that's the UI.
The cake was a lie. The cake was a lie. That's what happened.
I was
like,
wait a minute, that
believe
doesn't make sense.
That's what you guys said of all things.
Everyone's dying, but they're still alive. What's going on? 100 Thieves, though, able to get the round.
Of all things, that was your source. Oh my God. That's crazy.
You're fine, man. You're fine. You know, early days here, John. Early days. I haven't done this before. You've only done this like one time, but we're having a great time nevertheless, and we're having some fantastic series so far to commentate over. I mean, you can't.
Dude, he almost got 4.
Not be happy when you're commentating this kind of matchup between 100 Thieves and ANDBOX. 7-5 at the split. 100 Thieves not able to get around ANDBOX on their defensive half, and I honestly have to put this up to the amount of reads that ANDBOX was able to get on these situations, whether it be through owl drones or just straight up walking at 100 Thieves a handful of times. Now the aggression coming through for ANDBOX once again, this time on the pistol round.
Oh, good trades, good trades, good trades.
2 big frags inside of Showers.
100 Thieves say, okay, you guys want to play contact to Showers every round? We can do that too. Nitro going directly to the inside here. Taking stance. Now Vice going to be able to sneak up in front of him. That jump will have been heard on the other side there. Flashpoint out, and it works. Do the right click on the jump to be able to seal the deal against Nitro.
Yay is
Also
literally at B.
The aggressive roster on ANDBOX.
Are you kidding?
Well, not going to commit themselves to the A site, though. You can notice here, Yay.
This whole round was based on the fact that Vice had to take that guy out and get the spike.
There's currently no info on this for 100 Thieves, so Yay is going to be allowed to go all the way up to the defender route as well, giving him great control over his opponents. And actually, this is interesting. It's evolving a little bit here for 100 Thieves, just considering the fact they have this potential to pinch out. I'm not sure if ANDBOX realized this is happening to them just as of yet. They're working their way out through short, so they're actually going to leave the site completely and allow for ANDBOX to take it through the vent and Showers.
It was real because he talked to 100 Thieves owner or some shit.
Because
bro,
you can see it on the minimap there. 100 Thieves are long gone. They're not turning around. They're still going
Nobody
to
would openly say
it right now that they've made the fatal mistake. Ethan hears that immediately.
It's like you guys don't live in the real world.
So you want to know how we got here? That's what Ethan's thinking right now. His beautiful fake there by ANDBOX. I mean, that was really the opportunity they needed to try and get a spike down. You see 100 Thieves already ready for the opposite push, but now the trades ensue. We're down to 1v1.
Run!
The right click so strong right now, and he also gets the ghost. Very low HP for Vice. A single bullet deals the damage to take him down. Oh, amazing cage here from Steel. That'll block out the flashpoints. The blast point.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
He can't get away from it. Steel
that sucks.
Too much damage, and Vice wins.
For a second there, Steel thought he was going to win.
The aftershock just barely having the angle onto Steel there. It even looked like he was relatively safe going into the corner. I saw the warning go away for a second, it looked like, but apparently not. Still is able to deal damage to him and take him down. Great usage of the utility from Vice there in order to clutch that one out. Knew he was in a dangerous position after he got himself dinked upon taking contact outside of lamps. Knew it wasn't going to be a good idea to try to take contact again and potentially suffer the same exact fate. So he plays it back. Plays off of his utility. Steel, to his credit, does try to do the same exact thing, but is just not able to find a safe corner to avoid that damage and ends up going down.
We got ourselves a match here.
Those little one-on-one engagements where you see the biggest big brain plays with utility, I swear. Obviously, we have a lot of good combos that happen inside of VALORANT.
Himself.
Those are some amazing
so
plays
huge.
as well, but when
they're
you
over-rotating
see something like an
it.
aftershock kill, that's something that you never see with Breach. I can't even remember the last time that I saw somebody die to that. So now for ANDBOX, mostly focused on, well, every aspect of the map, as you'd assume, as they're on offense right now, just trying to see currently where 100 Thieves are lying, and the entire squad currently on B as they're trying to force their way
the Bulldog!
And it works.
Big mistake.
They're also going to have a firearm going into the
That's
later
the gun
half
you
of
only
this
right-click.
round. Possible cutoff here. He's able to find Asuna. He's immediately going to vacate the premises.
That sucks. If he had a spec tree, he gets 2 at least.
Boy, potentially with a good lineup here.
Oh, Steel knows how to use it.
He's been on
the right
fire
click
today, and he's going to keep that going. Shutting down Boy on the inside of Showers. Keeping 100 Thieves in this retake. You know, the ANDBOX roster trying to fight aggression with aggression as they wildly
round
2 of their players out through short to try and take care of that retake. It does not.
That is crazy.
100 Thieves win the large majority of the fights. We'll still keep 3 players alive upon completing the retake and solidifying
the positioning of ANDBOX made no sense.
Not only a thrifty, but a dastardly one at that. 100 Thieves full stack B site, Flood out.
They were just by themselves, up in hookah, by themselves, up in long B, and they're already moving to go A because they know it's clear. So why are they by themselves hookah and by themselves long? That was where they lost.
These Spectres and other SMGs. This is a very difficult thing for them. So for them to be able to pull off that round, it's a huge deal for 100 Thieves' future on this defense.
This is that aggression that we were talking about for ANDBOX, where they throw themselves at their opponent, sometimes to their own deficit, as we just saw in the previous round there. But that's the strategy they sometimes live and sometimes die by as well, as we just saw there. So that is going to more than likely continue over the course of this matchup. Not so much in this round, unfortunately, for ANDBOX, considering their economy situation here. Just pistols to play off of in this round, so we're going to see a much more aggressive 100 Thieves as a result of that. The swing out through B main, get some control over the orb for themselves. Seth, though, with a nice response on the inside of Showers, to be able to destroy Asuna there, taking him down and keeping us even in a 4v4.
I guess the good news is 100 Thieves have control of the Vandal, and they're going to try and frag out for it, but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Well,
there's nebulas everywhere, dark cover.
It was,
doesn't
you know,
matter. ANDBOX
we had ourselves a game for a minute there
to get close enough to actually have any effect on these 100 Thieves members. Yeah, pretty cool single tap inside of Showers, but it's not going to matter at the end of the day. 100 Thieves just too strong with the weaponry.
100 Thieves only one round away now from tying this back up again.
Somebody randomly said Night Market got me
away
wet.
From ANDBOX.
The Night Market actually wasn't too bad.
Already has the advantage in this series, up 1-0 from the previous map, a 13-7 win on Ascent. They take this one, it's over. ANDBOX is heading down to the lower bracket, and 100 Thieves are one step closer here. Challenger's final. A little bit more hesitant this time on some of the initial posturing from the ANDBOX roster. Ye being very cautious as he swings the long angle and tries to make sure there isn't a push from 100 Thieves to try to take control of the orb, or more importantly, take down these players. Now trying to take control of this themselves. Ye will spot out Steel, knows he's going to be holding inside of the garden position. Steel gets tagged, so he'll re-peek out. But in the meantime, Ethan doing a solid job holding on top of the B-site pipe, taking down the first attempt from ANDBOX to get control of hookah.
Is it going to be Fault Line, or are we going with the Rolling Thunder? Yeah, I assume that it is. I mean, my breach play, I'm not trying to say, you know, I'm a breach man or anything like that, but definitely not the case for me, let me tell you. But either way, definitely has that Rolling Thunder, and it's a big threat when it comes to any take ever. Such an amazing ult, but doesn't really matter when you have Steel still shooting like this. That Bulldog's still in hand and as effective as ever. Nitro's gonna ult, seemingly canceling that and staying inside of U-Haul. This is still a perfect setup for 100 Thieves. No real reason to change it up.
Clear your angles.
Continue to
what
take
is this half-ass shit?
Yeah, Nitro just using the ult for info there, as far as I can tell, and really leaving ANDBOX in a position where I don't even think they're going to make an attempt now. This is a long rotate. They might just be trying to... Oh, yeah, they're saving from what I can tell here. So this is it.
This ain't looking good.
ANDBOX completely giving up on round 16. That's going to be 100 Thieves having a very, very solid hold, specifically on the B side of the map there, where they were able to shut down multiple pushes from ANDBOX, whether it be the attempts to work their way up long or even trying to get their way inside of hookah. All of it shut down by the B team there between Ethan and Steel, doing some great work to control that. So
let's go.
Tie us up at 8-8.
What we like to see.
These two players from ANDBOX will conserve their weaponry going into the next
I thought they were
round,
just going to get 2-0. We got ourselves a game here. Let's go,
The other three players will only be able to upgrade.
I actually thought Immortals was just going to roll them. So this is nice. This is a nice scoreline to see.
Really,
they're both 8-8. This is so weird. This is so weird.
Supposed to go.
That's crazy.
Different for ANDBOX, and it was really the pressure to Garden from 100 Thieves that shut all of that down. I mean, ANDBOX, they had the opportunity. They actually ended up stacking over on B for the obvious execute, and it was all supposed to pop off with Vice sending in that Rolling Thunder, but Mata dies trying to claim space inside of hookah, and that's exactly why we started to see them back off. They didn't have their main entry there that could actually follow up on that Rolling Thunder. It was just not going to be nearly as effective to just try and save it for a round down the line or a possible retake.
You know what's crazy? There's people that probably believe that.
As for 100 Thieves, though,
like actually
going pretty well, I'd say. I mean, they really haven't had to change up too much. We've seen some pretty cool stacks from them so far throughout this series, but nothing too big just yet to call home about. Just really big multi-frags coming along across the board.
So first half or so of the round going by, relatively uneventful. Actually, a pretty passive round, all things considered, to what we've had up until this point in the series here. Steel, of course, ready for the challenge once again at Garden, should we end up seeing this stack from ANDBOX work its way in towards the B site. they do need to rotate their spike carrier into position as well as one other player. So that's the current explanation for the holdup on the ANDBOX side of things. Gonna move in pretty soon though. Oh, and this wall couldn't have come at better time. 100 Thieves immediately trying to deny that presence and forcing out at least some of the firepower from his opponents. Look at this play from Steel inside of his own cage to pick up 2 before going down. Great intel going their way as well. Hookah control did work its way into the hands of ANDBOX, but that's all they got. Seb, the only player alive again, as 100 Thieves completely shut down this take. They're going to take themselves onto a 9th round here.
Well, ANDBOX get forceful with the Earth, or the Rolling Thunder, excuse me. Doesn't work out for him very well, though. We are going to have a plant here by Seb, so at least get some money off of that, but he can't find the frag onto Nitro. He's already rotated over into A. That's yet another round here for 100 Thieves as they continue to link them together. Also going to give that ult point on over to Hiko as he's now 1 off from that Hunter's Fury. So nice setup from 100 Thieves and really no troublesome rounds so far for them, at least in like the last 3 to 4.
Really the case here. 100 Thieves really controlling the pace of this game just like they had been doing on Ascent, and that's the dangerous thing. ANDBOX did have some leverage over this previously, especially looking at the last half, but haven't really seen that transition too well into the attacking side just as of yet here. Ever since we got into that second half, 100 Thieves really starting to take over, came back pretty much immediately, and now has the lead by 1 round over ANDBOX here, potentially looking to knock them down into the lower bracket if they can close out for just 4 more rounds. Boost up here for Ethan. Obviously, Suna doesn't need that as he'll just pop himself up there, the blast pack, but going to take more aggressive positions this time against the potential short run. Well, that's not where the pressure is going to be coming from.
Chat,
can't already notice it. We got a 3-player stack on the inside of Showers. 2 holding back on short, waiting for notice here.
Oh.
8 shells from Asuna going to go in there a little bit too late, but thankfully the cover is there. Trade's going to work themselves all over the place.
Oh my god.
Brought down to the wire
1
here.
HP swinging like
just
that.
Left standing. Only 1 left standing here now. 100 Thieves, the pressure's enough. They get their way
you don't right click
into
with
the
a Phantom. I learned that the hard way.
Only player left standing. If there was going to be someone to come out in the clutch,
unless he's a gamer,
might be the one to
he's
do
a
it.
gamer.
He's been
He's a
having
gamer.
a great match so far, but not to be the case inside of this round. Mata has the position red, takes him out on the inside of the vents before he can even wrap the corner.
Finally, the aggression works out for ANDBOX.
No one's been offing at all.
Assault onto A.
Oh, there it is. There's an op right
player
there.
Even set
Oh, wait.
up for B. It was
There it
always
is.
an
Okay.
A take the entire time. They were not going anywhere else. So nice split take from them overall, especially with how they handled
Ops are
Showers.
challenging.
That was the biggest thing for me
Believe it or
coming
not.
into that round. 100 Thieves had a really nice setup to be able to handle not only Showers, but also short from a pretty cool angle over on the U-Haul truck with the ice wall boost. But again, just did not work out for them. More than likely won't see that one again, at least inside of this round, as it will more than likely be read out by ANDBOX. But very nicely done by them, and great job on shutting down the retake by 100 Thieves.
They have a lot of info with assault, though.
Over this map.
The problem is if they go A and they wipe them, Steel's going to be kind of useless on the retake.
At least for that.
But we'll see what happens
round.
here.
So once again, they'll set themselves up for it. Try to go for a more all-in sort of take here. Hunter's Fury out from Hiko, and he's got the lineup, but at the same time, there's another Hunter's Fury on the other side. Bit of a laser battle here between the two Sovas, and as well, working its way in. Suna
this is
won't
crazy.
pay any respect to that. Goes right past it, works his way forward with the showstopper and shuts it down, or at least tries to shut down the push. Ultimately, not going to be able to get a lot of damage. Paint shells into the corner too. Sees the
I just
gun
like to
from
tell you
Mata.
that Steel died
execution onto him
TPing.
as 100 Thieves are continuing to put pressure onto ANDBOX.
Kind of crazy.
Before they've even begun their execute.
You should run.
With an op.
And previous round, 100 Thieves backed off,
I
let
don't,
off the gas.
I don't see
just a
ANDBOX
touch,
winning
but
this.
This time, fighting fire with fire once again, and it's working out so well for
I
them.
gotta poop.
Attacker Killjoy down now as ANDBOX attempt to work their way onto A. They push out of the dark cover. Vice with 2 nice shots and a triple on the round now, but Asuna here to still hold onto his space. Able to get 1, but seemingly a plant.
Get the res. Get the res. Get the res.
All down to Ethan here for 100 Thieves inside of this one versus
There it is.
2. He is going to get the res down now, though, so they're going to know his location. Fault line through doesn't do too much, though. We'll just delay time and allow Vice to make it to plant.
No.
Rolling Thunder ready here for Vice as well, so we can potentially chuck that out. It's going to go right towards Heaven after he hears the noise. Ethan tries to dodge it, but just gets the edge of it, forced into a corner and shut down by Vice himself. Hiko left alone now on the inside of Heaven here, trying to play it off. Vice gets the close angle, but that's a mistake. He exposes himself, and Hiko gets the second as well. In the clutch, a 3K on the round. He knows you had to pop off for that one, too. Plenty of time left for this defuse. 100 Thieves going up to 10.
Bro!
And that right there, folks, is exactly why you res your teammates in those clutch situations. Hiko, dead as a doornail when it came down to what was happening inside of that round until Ethan brings him back from the void, and Hiko makes it worth his while. What a play from him, not only from the Hunter's Fury, but also
sometimes
from
I
the
wonder,
1v2
you know, like,
and who better to do it inside of North America?
It's whatever, man. It's
absolutely the case here. ANDBOX, a momentary glimmer of hope a couple rounds back.
31K?
Scavenge another attacking
31K.
They're first on the half, if memory serves me correctly as well here, but immediately losing that translation. Look at the buy they have going into the 20th round here. It's not looking great. 3 rifles for themselves. Mata at least going to be able to justify a Spectre purchase here too. I think he was on a Bulldog a second ago, and that actually allows them to get that 3rd rifle. But Seb going to be down, only having the Sheriff to play off of here. So we're getting to the desperation point, it seems, for ANDBOX. They've got to turn the tide soon. Otherwise, we could be looking at 100 Thieves with full control.
401K.
Yeah, these last 2 rounds are of the utmost importance to both of these squads.
That's good.
Who
I
is
like
going
that.
to end up winning this? We saw initially earlier on we were talking about Vice's
when you refer to
Rolling
Hiko,
Thunder,
please refer to him as 401K.
It didn't go off
That's
too well.
funny.
Weren't able to get the round. They actually got quite a few ults off of that play, but 100 Thieves were already set up for Asuna and Hiko to get theirs, as well as Steel and Ethan already having them. So it was going to be an ult exchange back and forth while trying to divide for economy. It just seemingly did not break in ANDBOX's favor. Could not get these rounds together, and now we're here. They have to try and
he's gone.
Steel's going to get some
just
damage
like
off
that.
this. He starts to pressure down B long.
Oh
my! An opportunity in Fountain takes.
Oh
down
my!
Go for 2.
Boomer!
Do so.
Aim.
Might as well hold
Boomer.
the door open for him if you're ANDBOX. Still have an opportunity to claim some lives over on A as well. Is this
steady as a rock
frenzy over this offense?
Mata comes in with a momentary trade as he retakes B mid control for his team. Potentially going to be able to swing out here and retake Fountain control into long also, since Ye will be grouping up with him here. Ethan's still trying to swing check this though. You can see the little jumps, gets the info he needs. He doesn't need to do that again. Now he can sit back, play to the inside of Garden. He knows the pressure's working its way over to B from at least Ye. And that will draw a cautionary, slow rotated teams from the rest of the team.
Oh my God, they are not winning that.
There. Ethan with a good shutdown against Ye brings it all onto Mata here. He can't get anything done either. Ethan just too solid in this situation. He gets the 11th for 100 Thieves. They're now sitting only 2 rounds away from shutting out this match.
100 Thieves with a perfect read on the economy situation and pressure.
Is C9 going to a 3rd?
Needed. Boy,
Let's
even
go.
trying to leave the area.
This is actually cool to see.
Did not happen. Steel coming up in a big way here for 100 Thieves, and the rest of the squad able to lock things down when it came to that last little push. That ice wall boost from Nitro there, extremely scary as well. What an angle.
Very, very scary indeed here. 100 Thieves sitting in a great position for ANDBOX. Pretty much the worst it could be right now, if we're going to be honest about ourselves here. They're down on the pistols, forcing into the previous round.
This is the least close game I've ever seen.
It just continue to get worse and worse and worse.
That's
only
good.
going to have the Sheriffs and, in Boy's case, a Ghost to play off of here. Going into what ultimately could be the penultimate round here. Things continue to drift into 100 Thieves' court. Ethan still going to be rock solid, sitting up on top of the pipe there. Quickly shuts down Ye. Rest of the team won't even dare to peek that at this point in time, as we're also going to get a slow orb down on the ground to deter the rest of the pace from ANDBOX here. However, not only playing for B, we do have a bit of a lurk going on from Seb, and he's slightly supported from A.
You can tell they wanted to flash
no
it, but they
immediate
didn't.
way, though. Seb will have to be very cautious with any aggression he tries to throw out here, as he's pretty much on his own with regards to the actual fight.
And all of ANDBOX currently just standing at the gates of 100 Thieves on both sites, just trying to find any of these frags, but 100 Thieves not showing face at all. Do not want to give up these rifles. They'd much rather just have ANDBOX sit on the timer and wait it out, and you cannot fault them for that at all. But speaking of faults, Breach now here, Flashpoint out, he's dead. Boy soon to follow if he keeps peeking like this. Nitro still ripping him to shreds through the box, and Boy finally falls.
Well,
as it's all
they're
down to
getting
Mata
2-0'd,
for ANDBOX.
and C9's going to a 3rd, so we get to watch the C9
Mata,
match.
the big man on
yeah.
campus here, trying to clutch out the 1v5 with just a measly little Sheriff here, trying his best. It's actually a great angle to try and peek it from. He's got the right idea, just can't find the lineup. Never mind. There's the pop-off onto Nitro. Only 8 seconds left, and the paint shell's going down. He's just having himself a bit of a fragging round here now at this point. No way that he can win it, but ultimately still able to pick up some kills as Suna finally shuts that one down and solidifies the 12th round for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, that round was not going ANDBOX's way, no which way or how. Even with those 2 frags coming in and grabbing that rifle with the Suna on flank, it's just too many people at too many different angles. And now 100 Thieves, once again, fully in control of the map.
Man, some of these trips are
ANDBOX
dangerous.
need 3 to force us into
Holy.
overtime. And even if they can take this, we still have Icebox on the docket if they actually secure the win here. 100 Thieves on their possible penultimate round. To see what we can possibly do. Let's open things up. ANDBOX mostly focused on A for the time being.
Ooh.
We're all opening our real show right now.
He's seeing these stars.
Any concern?
He's seeing all the
A, they start to
stars,
force their
dude.
way up short. Oh, man, Suna, or excuse me, Mata. All the way out
Oh my
onto the field.
God,
It's actually
what
Suna with
is
the frag.
this?
Suna
What am I
with the
watching from
long-range
these guys?
RPG as well. The showstopper comes out to play.
Scared.
It's an explosive finish. He goes
Afraid.
even farther. Paint shells in, deals damage to Seb, and it's Nitro that actually gets taken down as he was simply just manning the angle. Asuna continues to spread through the smoke and finds these frags.
No control over the spike even really to play off of here, sitting right in front of the
No way,
portal.
please
Seb
don't win
gets himself
this
on the court
round.
at least, and all of a sudden, we've got a round in front of us with that pick here. We're into a
Okay.
2v2. 100 Thieves, okay, never
Oh
mind.
my goodness gracious. Come on, man.